Welcome to our executive interview series at the FedScoop Federal Forum, sponsored by Workday. I'm Wyatt Cash with Scoop News Group, and we're here with Meredith Bodkin, partner at Guidehouse. Meredith, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
First, I'd like to ask, how does the current reshaping of the federal workforce present new challenges or opportunities related to workforce planning?
Absolutely. Well, Guidehouse was really purposely built to help government solve its most challenging problems, and reshaping government is certainly a challenge. We combine our workforce transformation and our technology practices, including our partnership with Workday, to help agencies cultivate the workforce of the future. In terms of workforce planning right now, there's certainly challenges and opportunities. A couple of the challenges that stand out. One, agencies are having to design the future state as they reshape the government, and it's really hard to do true workforce planning when you don't have a clearly defined future state. I think the second is retaining top talent. Agency leaders need data and insights at the employee level at their fingertips in order to reassign and realign those top talent to positions that they're keeping. In terms of opportunities, there are a number. This is really an opportunity for agencies to reimagine how work gets done in government, and there's a few different ways they can do that. I think the first is those internal workforce models. You're going to see a lot more workforce sharing or resource sharing across agencies, so shared services are coming back, but beyond those mission support functions into those common occupational series that really span organizations. So project managers, data analysts, you're going to need the data and the insights and the automation to make that fluid movement of resources across organizations more efficient. The second opportunity is really around external partnerships and recreating, moving beyond traditional government contracting into things like public-private partnerships, government-owned, contractor-operated, and other privatization models. This is going to create a more layered workforce for government, really that multi-sector workforce that's going to be much more complicated to manage. And so having a true technology stack to support those HR processes is going to be important. And then lastly, there's obviously opportunity to use technology and AI to enhance service delivery to the American public.
They're terrific. Those are a great set of examples. Next, you mentioned AI. So as AI and other technology become commonplace, how do you see those types of tools impacting the federal government and its workforce?
Yeah, absolutely. AI and technology is going to be critical to managing the future workforce. And there's two really different ways to do that. One is to think about your technology stack, that kind of operational backbone needed to manage the workforce and those core HR processes. I think agencies right now use a minimum of 4 different systems that often don't speak to each other. They're connected offline using spreadsheets to execute all the tasks they need to do. And so thinking about a central resource planning tool to help not only with gaining the data and the insights needed to support employees throughout the life cycle, but automating and streamlining those workforce processes to make it more efficient is going to be really key. The second is when you have a leaner workforce, you're really going to have to focus your capacity on delivering the mission. And so freeing up time for both employees and supervisors to focus on that mission delivery is going to be key. A couple good examples of how to use AI and technology to do that. First, from an employee level, an AI-generated training plan, really cultivating a personalized training plan for employees, helping them navigate the myriad of resources and opportunities available to them is going to be really helpful and save them a lot of time. It also gives agencies an opportunity to make sure they're integrating that reskilling and upskilling required to use the technology that they're introducing into the workforce. From a supervisor standpoint, performance management is a critical component of managing your team and your workforce, but it's often really time consuming. And so using technology to gather the data, the documents, the insights needed to really make that a meaningful experience will allow supervisors not just to spend less time, but to really focus the time they do spend on that process into having meaningful conversations with their employees about development and advancement.
Well, Meredith Bodkin, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to share your insights and perspectives with us here at the FedScoop Federal Forum.
Thank you so much.